Hello everybody, Cal Banyan here, Cal Banyan's Hypnosis, etc. If you're watching this video anywhere except calbanyan.com, you want to go there right now. Because you know why? On calbanyan.com we've got additional text, graphics, and links that just make this video podcast much more valuable for you. I got my clipboard. I'm ready to go through some kind of interesting things today. Now, in case you don't know me, I'm Cal Banyan. I'm the guy who came up with 5-path, 7-path self-hypnosis. I'm the owner, operator of the Banyan Hypnosis Center. I am a trainer for the National Guild of Hypnotists. It's so weird introducing myself. I usually have my co-host. So hopefully that will do. I want to get on to some other stuff really quick that's kind of interesting. I'm still a little bit excited about the fact that we did 365 podcasts, as you heard me go on about in the last episode. All right. Gosh, here's the deal. I've been looking at the hypnosis news lately, and there's kind of an interesting thing you can do. You can go to Yahoo or you can go to Google, and you get set up for alerts. And then when new hypnosis topics come up, it could be press releases or articles in newspapers and that kind of thing, or websites, you can see what they are. And a couple of things that came across my attention that I wanted to talk about today is, first, this one comes from the Oracle, University of South Florida. University, so you know it's official, right? All right. Now here, it talks about doctors attempt to heal through hypnosis. And they're talking about how professors at the College of Medicine's Department of Dermatology and other doctors are, when all else fails, when normal procedures, normal techniques fail, they go to hypnosis. Try to use some suggestion for perhaps clearing the skin, removing warts, and that kind of stuff. And you know what? It kind of drives me crazy a little bit. I mean, I'm not a physician, but if I understand right, the rule is, the general guideline is, that when they're trying to decide between technique A, B, C, and D, doctors are supposed to use the least invasive technique first. The least invasive technique. So I mean, like, if one is like just this little technique, maybe it's going to scratch the skin, or maybe they just have to take a tablet, or if they have to do surgery of some sort. They should do probably the one that is least likely to cause harm, or to have side effects, or to have complications. Now, these doctors, in their article, say that when they're traditional, like injections and salves and surgeries and taking drugs, when they fail, then they will go to alternative techniques like hypnosis. Well, I know there's a lot of doctors and nurses and nurse practitioners and such out there who watch this podcast, and I go, isn't that a little bit backwards? I mean, wouldn't it make sense? Isn't hypnosis the least invasive technique you could possibly use? There's no negative side effects. You don't break the skin. You don't put toxins in the body. Let's start off with hypnosis. Then, if hypnosis fails, and let's think about this. In the approach that medicine has today for doing hypnosis, in other words, trying all these other invasive techniques first, and of course they get success with that. Then the ones that are the hardest cases, the ones that are resistant to medical treatment, then they use hypnosis for, right? Well, think about it. It's amazing that they get any success at all, considering that the traditional techniques have failed. Why not? So I mean, they're putting hypnosis up against the toughest cases, the ones that they can't treat. Why not start off with hypnosis, get all that success, then on the toughest cases, let's become more invasive. Doesn't that make sense? I mean, if I'm missing something, leave a comment below, because I want to know what the deal is. Maybe there's just a huge resistance to using these kinds of techniques. Look, just between me and you, I know when you're in a profession like psychology, psychiatry, medicine, there's a lot of peer pressure to do these accepted kinds of things, and whatever the normal treatment is, and you're kind of going out on a limb when you do something that's alternative. And but let's start, if you're in the medical profession, let's start nudging hypnosis forward. If for no other reason, then let's look at the principles of medicine, of using the least invasive procedure first. Now, here's probably the challenge. I mean, when was the last time, unless it was a major surgery that was costing thousands of dollars, did a doctor spend 20 minutes with you? And I think this is a huge hurdle. Because I've trained many doctors in hypnosis and hypnotherapy techniques, and they typically don't use them because it's time consuming. I mean, probably the minimum amount of time you're going to have to do some transformational hypnosis work is going to be 15 to 20 minutes. And when was the last time your doctor spent 20 minutes with you? So they just don't have the time to do the least invasive procedure. It's cheaper. Cheaper is not the right word. It's, in their mind, cost effective, because there's the peer pressure, and it's cost effective to say, here, take this pill, use this salve, go see this surgeon. And then the surgeon's going to charge the big bucks for whatever the surgery is. So I think that one of the things that we need to do is we need to move the profession of hypnosis into the same niche in medicine that the physical therapist, massage therapist, occupational therapist has. The doctor does not have time and the know-how to do occupational therapy, physical therapy, massage therapy, but when it's indicated, after they do, meet with you and look at your condition and listen to the symptoms of your condition, they'll say, oh, okay, massage therapy is indicated. Okay, occupational therapy, physical therapy is indicated, and they refer you out to that individual. I think that we need to partner with medicine and put together a program and educate the medicine, the profession of the medical profession, in the idea of, yes, one, for many conditions, hypnosis is indicated. And when it is, it's the least invasive procedure. And three, we acknowledge that you don't have the time and you don't have the training to do it. So we need to partner with you to develop maybe a relationship, or maybe a particular skill set, or a particular kind of credentialing that you would accept that is akin to the physical therapist, the massage therapist, the occupational therapist, so that we can come in and begin doing this work. It is going to be win-win. Doctors want to see their patients getting better. They are so frustrated with certain conditions like pain management. Okay, and so the patient wins, the doctor wins, and the hypnotist wins. So, I know that this podcast is being watched by thousands of people and over an indefinite period of time. And if you're interested, if you're in the medical profession, or you have you're an administrator in the medical profession, and you want to talk about this, I think this is a huge development. The insurance companies will like it because the cost of a hypnotherapist along with the efficacy is going to cost the insurance companies less than doing these most invasive procedures first. All right, good. Well, that was pretty heavy stuff. Let's see. So that's that article. You can go see it if you want. If I can find it again on the web, I'll put a link down below. Now here's something a little bit lighter. This is from complex.com, complex pop culture site. And now I don't know a lot of these new actresses and actors. I don't know them. So I'm just going to read what I've got here, and then we'll discuss it a little bit. Mishka, Mischa Barton, to star as Jean Harlow in film that was written under hypnosis. That is the headline. All right, it's not a long article, but it's kind of interesting, isn't it? So let's see if I can read the whole thing. It's not very long. Yes, you read that headline correct. Mishka Barton, former star of The O.C., turned star of the movies that even the dollar bin Walmart is too good for, is set to headline in an upcoming project as legendary film star Jean Harlow. Okay, so evidently it is a movie that's going to be based on the book By Love Reclaimed. And according to, also this story is on the AV Club. The film is based on By Love Reclaimed, Jean Harlow returns to clear her husband's name. Now here's where it gets hypnotic. Psychiatrist and Adrian Finkelstein, called a modern day intuitive, and which some people would interpret as a psychic. Now, no offense. If modern day intuitive means different than that, that's okay with me. Okay, but let's see. Oh, Adrian Finkelstein and modern day intuitive Valerie Franich, Franich, okay, says that the screenplay was written by Finkelstein and through the use of hypnotic past life regression. And the idea is to go back and uncover information about Jean Harlow. And the book is written on that. And I'm wondering what you think. What do you think about a book written in hypnosis based on past life regression? Gosh, it seems like if you're not too crazy about the idea of past life regression, you go, well, this is a bunch of hogwash. How can someone come in and claim to do past life regression and then besmirch or other people based on what? Where's the facts? Now, if you are into this past life regression thing, and I have to admit that it was one of the past life regression has fascinated me in the past. I've done many a past life regression session, and it was one of the things that drew me into the profession. Nowadays, I'm much more focused on age regression, which means regression to times in this life than past life regression, but I find it intriguing, and I want to know what you think. So I'll put a link to this story down below so that you can learn more about it, read about it, but I'd love to see your comments. What do you think of a book written about a real person when the information comes from a past life regression? All right, good. Now, I'm about to wrap it up. See you at the Solid Gold Weekend, February 15, 16. I'm going to be doing a talk on age regression. And then, of course, as I announced in the last podcast, brand new news, beep, 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 beep. I just learned that I'll be doing a post-convention 2-day workshop at the National Guild of Hypnotists Convention in August. So I'll be doing a couple other talks there, but the big 2-day workshop is going to be a certification course in age regression. So I hope to see you there. Hey, I hope you like the new shorter formats. We're trying to get all these videos done in 15 minutes or less. Now, I know it's just me talking, and when we have Brenda or one of our other co-hosts on, it's a little bit more difficult to stay down to 15 minutes, but I kind of like it. Let me know what you think about the new shorter format. All right, that's it. When we come back, I was talking to Brenda yesterday, and she's going to be co-hosting in the next series of podcasts, and she wants to do something about emotions and the power of emotions, the secret language of feelings, and how important understanding that is in doing hypnosis work, especially forgiveness work, age regression work, parts work, that kind of stuff. And she's just seen a movie or heard about a movie called Frozen, and it's about a character that is emotionless. I haven't seen it. Maybe I'll get a chance to see it before the next podcast. All right. I'm coming up against the 15-minute limit, so I'm done. Cal Banyan, signing off.
This recording is the property of Cal Banyan and the Banyan Hypnosis Center for Training and Services, Incorporated. All rights reserved, for private use only, may not be duplicated without permission. For contact information, go to www.hypnosiscenter.com.